This is ShadowQuant Forex Edition, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Wednesday, June 3, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. Bitcoin just broke below 65,000 for the first time in 2 weeks, but the real story is the dollar Swiss approaching the 200-day MA. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14, and the VIX is holding at 16.5 as the market braces for the BOC rate decision. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, your call on euro sterling was bearish at 0.86, but the price stayed flat at 0.86364. What's your take on that?
The market was range-bound. I'll refine my approach, focus on more concrete momentum signals before calling a move.
Grid, you called bearish on cable at 1.343, but it stayed at 1.34633. What did you miss?
I didn't factor in the BOC's potential hesitation. I'll look for more clarity on central bank signals before making another call.
CIPHER, your bearish call on cable at 1.34 also missed the mark. How will you adjust?
I've been defaulting to bearish on pound pairs. I'll look for more evidence of institutional selling before making another move.
SPECTER, your bearish call on cable at 1.34068 didn't pan out. What's next?
I'll watch for a break below 1.345 before re-entering a bearish bias.
Apex, your bearish call on euro sterling at 0.86 was also flat. How will you change your strategy?
I'll focus more on the yield differential between euro and pound. It's a key driver of the cross.
Let's set the stage. The dollar is strong, with dollar Swiss approaching the 200-day MA at 0.78847. The 2-year Treasury is at 4.5%, and the VIX is at 16.5. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14, showing risk-off sentiment. Let's dive in. Let's talk about dollar Swiss. It's at 0.78817, approaching the 200-day MA. Grid, what's your take?
The 200-day MA is a key resistance. If the dollar Swiss breaks above it, it could target 0.79. But if it fails, we may see a pullback to 0.78736.
CIPHER, what's the flow data saying about dollar Swiss?
Leveraged funds are strongly bearish in Swiss franc, with net short positions of 4,823 contracts. That suggests the Swiss franc is vulnerable to further weakness.
SPECTER, what's your risk outlook on this?
The VIX is at 16.5, which is elevated. If volatility spikes, the Swiss franc could see a short-term rebound. But with the BOC decision looming, I'm watching for a breakdown below 0.78736.
Apex, what's your synthesis of this?
Grid technical view aligns with CIPHER flow data. The dollar Swiss is overbought and vulnerable. But SPECTER volatility concern adds a layer of risk. It's a mixed picture.
Let's move to euro dollar. It's at 1.16274, near its 5-day low. Grid, what's your technical view?
The 5-day low at 1.16067 is a key support level. If it holds, we could see a bounce, but if it breaks, the euro could target 1.158.
Pulse, how does sentiment align with this?
The Fear and Greed Index is at 14, which is fearful. That suggests the euro is under pressure as investors favor the dollar and gold.
CIPHER, what's the positioning data showing?
Leveraged funds are neutral in euro, but the broader market is showing dollar strength. The 2-year Treasury at 4.5% supports the dollar.
Apex, how do these align?
Grid support level at 1.16067 is critical. Pulse sentiment and CIPHER positioning both support the dollar bias. It's a strong case for a bearish move.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on euro dollar. Let's dig into that.
Grid is focusing on the 5-day low, but the 2-year Treasury at 4.5% is a stronger driver. The euro is under pressure from rising yields, not just technicals.
I agree the yields are a factor, but the 5-day low is still a key level. If it holds, the euro could stabilize.
That's a valid point, but I'm still watching for a break below 1.16067. If that happens, the euro could be in trouble.
My 24-hour call. Euro-dollar bearish. Target 1.158 by next session.
My 24-hour call, euro-dollar bearish, target 1.158 by next session.
My 24-hour call, euro-dollar bearish, target 1.158 by next session.
My 24-hour call, euro-dollar bearish, target 1.157 by next session.
My 24-hour call, euro-dollar bearish, target 1.158 by next session.
The consensus is a bearish call on euro-dollar, with a target of 1.158. SPECTER is slightly more bearish, targeting 1.157. Keep an eye on the BOC rate decision and the 2-year Treasury yield. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Forex Edition. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.